Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking about BYD.
Yeah.
Pretty fascinating company. We've got this really cool speech by their founder, Fu, marking their 30th anniversary, and a pretty amazing milestone. Their 10 millionth new energy vehicle just rolled off the production line.
Yeah, 10 million. It's a
Yeah.
pretty incredible achievement. I think what's really interesting about BYD is they have this really clear vision and they've stuck with it even when things got tough. They haven't just followed trends, they really carved their own path.
Okay, so let's rewind a bit. Take it back to the beginning. It all starts with Wang's journey. He moves from a research institute in Beijing
Mm.
to Shenzhen in 1993. What was it about Shenzhen that kind of sparked that entrepreneurial fire?
Shenzhen back then was like the wild west of tech. Everyone was starting companies, pushing boundaries. It was this incredible energy, and I think that really rubbed off on Wang. He talks about how that atmosphere, it just ignited his ambition. He wanted to create something new.
So BYD is born in this hotbed of innovation,
Mm.
and they start making nickel-cadmium batteries
Yeah.
for mobile phones, not exactly cars.
Right, not cars at all. But even back then, you can see their ingenuity. They didn't have the money for those big automated production lines, so they got creative. They broke the process down into manual steps.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. They were using human resourcefulness to take on these giant battery producers.
That's incredible, and it worked. They actually became a global leader in nickel-cadmium batteries. But then, the mobile phone industry shifts. Lithium-ion batteries become the new hot thing.
Yeah.
How did BYD handle that?
They saw it as an opportunity, but they knew it would be tough. They knew they had to understand the science, the underlying science of lithium ion, so they made a big investment. They bought this expensive piece of equipment, an X-ray fluorescence spectrometer.
Wow.
Yeah, and fit. They even brought in university professors to train their team.
So they were serious about this. They weren't just dipping their toes in the water.
No, they were diving in head first.
They knew that to really innovate, you got to understand the fundamentals.
Yeah, exactly.
And this commitment to understanding the fundamentals, that's going to be a recurring theme in their journey. Which brings us to their big leap. 2003, they acquire Xi'an Auto. They're entering the automotive industry.
That was a bold move.
Bold is an understatement.
Yeah, some investors were furious. They were calling Wang, threatening to dump their shares if he didn't abandon this crazy idea.
Imagine going from batteries
Yeah.
to building entire cars.
Yeah, it seemed like a huge gamble.
So what gave Wang this unwavering confidence in new energy vehicles?
He saw it as the only way forward for the industry, especially for China. This wasn't just blind faith. It was a calculated decision based on his analysis of global trends and the need for sustainable solutions.
So they take this leap of faith. And I'm guessing it wasn't all smooth sailing from there.
Oh, definitely not. They had all the challenges of a newcomer in a very complex industry, plus the pressure of pioneering this entirely new type of vehicle.
So what happened?
Well, their first attempt, the F-316, it
Okay.
flopped.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was a major setback. They had scrapped the whole project, lost millions.
But they didn't give up.
No, they didn't. They went back to the drawing board. They studied successful cars. Like Mercedes, they were meticulous, trying to understand what they missed.
So they applied that same meticulous approach
Yeah,
that they used with the batteries to cars.
exactly.
Like a blend of humility and ambition.
I like that. Humility and ambition.
And this dedication pays off. They launched the F3. It becomes a bestseller.
Yeah, what a comeback story.
It shows they were willing to learn from their mistakes, to adapt.
Absolutely.
But even as they're celebrating this success, they never lose sight of their ultimate goal: sustainable transportation solutions. And this is where Wang's vision for the three green dreams comes in.
Yes, the three green dreams.
Can you break that down for us? What exactly are these three green dreams and how do they all connect?
Okay, so the three green dreams, they represent this holistic approach to a sustainable future. It's about tackling the challenge from different angles. The first dream is solar energy, harnessing the power of the sun to generate clean electricity.
Okay, so you're creating clean energy, but what do you do with it?
That's where the second dream comes in. Energy storage. They knew that to make solar truly viable, you need efficient ways to store that energy for when the sun's not shining. And guess what plays a key role here?
Batteries,
Yeah.
their expertise from the very beginning.
Exactly. And then the third dream, new energy vehicles, using that clean stored energy to power electric cars, buses, all sorts of vehicles. So it creates this closed loop system addressing energy security and environmental concerns.
Wow. It's like they've woven their battery expertise into this grand vision of a sustainable future. And it's not just talk, they're putting it into action. But this journey hasn't always been easy, right?
You're right. The decade from 2010 to 2020, that was a real test. They faced market challenges, declining profits. Investors started to doubt them.
So the initial excitement had faded, and they had to prove their staying power.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of companies would have folded under that pressure, shifted focus to something easier, but not BYD.
Doubled down.
They doubled down on their vision. They kept pouring money into R&D, believing that technology would be the key.
That long game mentality.
Yeah, that belief in innovation, even when the market is skeptical.
And that commitment to R&D. It would eventually pay off big time. This is where we see those game-changing innovations emerge. The Blade battery, the DMI hybrid technology, the E-Platform 3.0.
Absolutely. The Blade battery is a great example. It's not just an improvement, it's a complete redesign of the lithium-ion battery. Imagine long, thin cells, stacked together like blades, hence the name.
Okay.
This design increases energy density. You get more power in a smaller space. But it also makes the battery safer. Less risk of thermal runaway.
So more range and peace of mind for drivers.
Yep.
It's a win-win.
Exactly.
And then there's a DMI super hybrid technology. That one sounds pretty complex.
It is complex, but the idea is simple. It prioritizes the electric motor. Most of the time you're driving electric, the gasoline engine is just a backup, a range extender.
So it's like an electric car with a backup generator.
Exactly.
And that leads to incredible fuel efficiency.
Yeah, better than a traditional hybrid.
Okay, and then we have the E-Platform 3.0. Sounds like a foundation for future innovation.
It is. Think of it as a platform that streamlines the development of new EVs. It integrates all the key components: battery, motors, electronic control units. It's very efficient, very adaptable.
So they can create a wide range of EVs,
Mhm.
all built on this shared platform. It's
Exactly.
like a technological springboard
Mm.
for their future ambitions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this company with a bold vision. They tackle challenges head on. They have this pipeline of groundbreaking technologies. And then in 2020, the pandemic hits.
Oh, yeah.
How did BYD respond to that crisis?
They showed incredible adaptability and social responsibility. Remember those manual production lines from the early days?
Yeah.
Well, they leveraged that experience to quickly become the world's largest producer of face masks.
Wait, from cars to face masks.
Yeah, they were making millions of masks every day.
That's amazing.
It shows their agility, their willingness to help, and their ability to use their expertise in unexpected ways.
It's like those early traits. Resourcefulness, adaptability. They became even more valuable later on.
Absolutely.
Okay, so they weather the storm, they continue to innovate, and now we see them reaping the rewards. They're the global leader in new energy vehicle sales, breaking monthly sales records. They even launched their premium brand, Yangwang.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
It seems like everything they've been working towards
Yeah.
is finally coming together.
It's a testament to their vision
Yeah.
and their commitment to innovation. But Wang doesn't just talk about technology. He emphasizes their company culture, their respect for engineers, their focus on continuous learning.
Yeah, he said if they lost all their assets, but still had their engineers, they could rebuild.
Exactly. It shows how much they value their people, especially their engineers.
And speaking of fostering engineering talent, Wang announced the BYD Institute for Basic Science.
That's a big deal.
It is.
They're not just applying existing knowledge, they want to contribute to fundamental research.
So it's about pushing the boundaries of science.
Exactly.
What kind of research will they be doing?
They're bringing in experts from all sorts of fields: mathematics, physics, materials science. They'll be working on long-term research projects, tackling grand challenges in energy storage, quantum computing, advanced materials.
Wow. It's like they're thinking decades ahead,
They are.
investing in scientific discoveries. That could change entire industries.
Exactly.
So we've covered their journey, their vision, their challenges, their commitment to technology. But this speech wasn't just about the past. It was also about the future. What are BYD's priorities going forward?
Well, Wang talked about intelligent connected vehicles. He announced a huge investment, 100 billion RMB, going into intelligent technologies.
So he's placing a big bet on this next generation of vehicles. What does he envision?
He's talking about cars that are more than just cars. They're intelligent partners. They anticipate our needs. They enhance our lives. It goes beyond self-driving. Imagine vehicles that learn your preferences, connect with your smart home, interact with the world in ways we can't even imagine yet.
That's pretty mind-boggling,
It is.
but also really exciting. It's clear that BYD wants to be a leader in this space.
And they're not forgetting about sustainability. Wang emphasized their commitment to green technologies. He said they're not just building cars, they're building a better future for the planet.
That's great.
Yeah, and he backed it up with a big donation, 3 billion RMB, to support education and scientific research,
Wow.
focusing on developing talent,
Yeah.
promoting STEM education.
That's a powerful statement. It shows they're thinking about the long term.
They're not just focused on profits, they care about the planet and future generations.
It's interesting how their success is tied to China's story.
Right. They emerged from that entrepreneurial spirit of Shenzhen.
And now they're a symbol of China's technological advancement.
Yeah, they embody that ambition, that resilience, that pursuit of progress.
As China becomes a global leader in innovation, BYD is leading the charge in new energy vehicles,
Yeah, absolutely.
showing the world what China is capable of.
There's a sense of pride there. When Wang talks about Chinese brands going global, challenging the old guard.
It's a reminder that the landscape is shifting. We
Yeah.
shouldn't underestimate these emerging players.
They're willing to challenge conventions, invest in the long term.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are the key takeaways? What can other companies learn from BYD?
Well, I think there are a few important lessons here. First, the importance of a clear vision and the patience to stick with it, even when things get tough.
They went through a decade of slow growth, and they never gave up.
Exactly. It's about playing the long game, investing in the future, even when the present is challenging.
That's a tough lesson for a lot of companies.
It is.
What else?
I think BYD also shows the value of deep technological expertise, their mastery of battery technology. That was the foundation for their success in EVs.
They didn't just assemble cars. They understood the science,
Exactly.
and that allowed them to innovate.
At a whole other level.
Okay, and the last lesson.
Collaboration. Learning from others. They partnered with universities, studied their competitors. They embraced best practices from around the world.
They understood that innovation thrives on shared knowledge.
Absolutely.
So to sum it all up, BYD is a remarkable company. They've achieved incredible things. They've shown us what's possible.
They're a great example of vision, perseverance, and a commitment to doing the hard but right things.
They've proven that you can be successful and make a positive impact on the world.
Exactly.
So for our listeners out there, keep an eye on BYD. Their journey is far from over.
They're going to keep pushing boundaries, disrupting industries.
Maybe their story will inspire you to pursue your own bold vision, tackle those big challenges.
Remember, even in the face of uncertainty, innovation and perseverance can lead to a brighter future.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.